Hi there, I'm Nicole Carr, Executive Officer of United Way Glenelg. Together with our partners AWA Alliance Bank and Powerhouse Productions, we bring you 3 very personal stories guaranteed to make you think and feel. Troy Lovett, Mandy McAvale and Harley Judy have a tremendous passion for their community, and this comes from personal pain. Tonight's launch acts as a prelude for our virtual live crowdfunding event set for Thursday the 1st of October at 7 p.m, where they will pitch for 6 minutes to a global audience to raise funds. Together, we hope to raise $8,000 for their projects. To register for this event, click on the link below. We want to thank Troy, Mandy and Harley for sharing their stories with us. Thank you, and we hope you will support our event.
Indigenous servicemen and women have served the Australian Defence Force for a number of years, like back to the Boer War, which was in the 1800s. Soldiers served the country. They weren't seen as equal in everyday life. I guess a lot of them saw that as a way of being equal, going away to war. Especially the first 2 world wars, a lot of people served there, and the Australian society didn't consider them as citizens back then either. So my great-grandfather, Frederick Amos Lovett, was actually served in World War I and World War II. So that's my mother's grandfather. He and his 4 brothers enrolled in World War I with the hopes to be considered for a soldier settlement when they got back. Unfortunately, they were denied. In the war, they were treated as equal, so returning government, I suppose, offered up the soldier settlements, and only 2 of those were Indigenous. Yeah, so we've got we're forming a steering committee, and they'll help us put out an expression of interest for a large-scale mural artist, as well as a local artist as well, who will work in tandem with that mural artist. This project will start that truth-telling, those stories again, what happened back in those days, and yeah, really that acknowledgement of their service and their sacrifice they made. The benefits that it has, besides just being a large-scale art piece, go way beyond that to community impact, to impact the town and the area as a whole. Yeah, it's good for not just Hayward, but the whole Glenelg Shire and southwest Victoria all around. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a place for community to come and heal and deal with the trauma they might have from their past or their ancestors' past. So that's what we're trying to get with that's what we're trying to provide with having a space down the bottom of the mural for community to come and reflect and heal and come together as well.
We'd come out even when the kids were little and just roam down the beach and pick shells up and spend hours. When you've got 3 kids, it's a beautiful place to come and lose some time. Couldn't believe, like, why, how, you know, it was just so out of left centre. And it was lung cancer too, and Paul was never a smoker or never smoked, so it was really devastating for the whole family. And I think it just sort of shocked the community at the time too, because Paul was so sporty, so fit and healthy that it just blew a lot of people away, really. He was a mentor for a few young up-and-coming athletes in Portland, because when you're down in Western Victoria, it's really hard to actually have those goals and dreams because you're so far away. So from all of that, you know, with having such a beautiful community that Portland is behind him, and a wonderful group of friends, they all put together the Beat Cycle for Hope. That would be for all fitness levels, all ages, and be for the community. Giving back to carers is Paul's original idea, in the sense of there wasn't much support for carers at the time, and you could see how much we were sort of struggling as a family. Yeah, well, the future of Beat Cycle is just really like to still keep these programs going in Portland because all the money goes directly to the families. Yeah, it's been great having Rotary Club of Portland on board because they certainly are a great support to have. Without them, we couldn't have this event going because there's a lot of boxes to tick to make such a big event. I think he'd be totally honoured and extremely humbled to know that, you know, we still have the Beat Cycle going on. He would be blown away and very proud.
I slept all night on a big white ship. Seagulls were dancing all around.
Kiama is a disability support service centre and we cater for a range of different disabilities. We're looking to place 2 new houses. There's definitely not enough houses for residents in Portland, and once that gets all up and running we can home 5 new residents. The main difference between these homes and an average home would probably be how accessible it is. I myself find that a lot of people's houses that I go to, some of them I can't even get in the front door because, you know, they have an older house and it's got steps at the front or something like that. Yeah, I was 17 when I had my accident. Unfortunately it was a car accident. I was driving with a family friend at the time. Next thing I knew, I was trying to get out of the car while it was on fire. And yeah, sort of the next thing I knew, I'd woken up and a month of my life had gone by because I was in an induced coma for the first month of being airlifted to the Alfred. So yeah, I woke up, sort of went through all that and then went to rehab and tried to learn how to walk and whatnot, and moved around a bit and eventually found my way to Portland. We could have 5 new people come in and they could all be in wheelchairs and the house wouldn't have to change one thing in the house because you would be able to have everything accessible for someone who is in a wheelchair, someone who has a mental illness, someone who has a physical disability. You'd be able to live there quite happily without any problems. It's unbelievably important. If people are willing to donate, they're going to be able to change 5 people's lives beyond anything they could imagine, because 5 new residents are going to have a place to call their own. If people, were willing to donate to that, then it'd be absolutely unreal and they would be able to see how happy that it could make everyone.